Hey guys, this is ACAP24 coming back with the Pistol Ace Part 4 of our formation scheme. Today we're looking at just normal, no motion, just basically line up and snap it. This way you can basically use the balanced attack of both tight ends on the left and the right, and both receivers on the left and the right, making it the ace formation. So what we're going to do is go ahead and call this, and we're going to start off with just showing the actually the power O, and then using play action off of that and showing you how we run this. So let's go ahead and pick our normal coverage here, back this up just to give us some more room for other plays in the future. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is just run the power O. It's not my favorite play in this formation out of this, but it's definitely something that will, at least the same handoff motion is going to set up the play action later. So no motion, no nothing, you're just going to go run it to the right. I kind of like to keep it in. It's kind of one of those plays that you can keep it in and then bounce it out. You're going to have the most success for it. Keep it in, bounce it out. As long as you can get that guy blocked. A lot of times, like I said, this is one of those second and short plays where you just run it to make sure that you've got it in your arsenal. But you can see that this is not a play that's going to be a consistent runner for you. If you just keep it inside, get you 2 to 3 yards. But the reason why I run it, and I continue to run it, is because of the way that the play is designed is going to show and set up the same play actions off of the handoff. Okay, so as you can see, we're only getting 3-4 yards if we keep it inside. If you have that ability to suck the defense in and kind of try to bounce it outside, that time I just got crushed. It's that one strong safety that stays in it on most coverages, and that's why I kind of go ahead and just keep it there and get those yards and be happy with that. Okay, so that's the way that works. Now, like I said before, that's just a setup play. It's not a play that you're going to try to kill anybody on, but I do run that on a freebie down just to make sure that I set up my other play. So here's the PA Power O. I'm going to show it to you without any motion. We've shown it to you in other videos with motion, but I want to show that basically you can go ahead and try to do this a couple different ways actually. So the first play we're going to do is the way I showed it before. No nothing. All you're going to do is hike it, cut off the motion, throw it to the B receiver, right? And then let him get up the field. It works with the motion we showed you before. It works with no motion against cover 3. And the reason why it works, let me kind of explain it if I haven't done it already. See that A route? That A route's unique. It kind of starts off with a angle towards the numbers, and then it cuts back up. That route itself holds that one strong safety where he is, allowing him to have to freeze before he gets to the B receiver. So if you see, he just kind of goes in La La Land. Let me show it to you, and then I'll go ahead and instant replay it. But that's why if you can cut it off, throw it, and get up the field, you can get yourself some yards, and it can really annoy your opponent. So the reason why it works, like I said before, look at this one guy. He basically has to honor that tight end on that out. He just stands there. And then by the time you have the ability to throw it, he can't recover to that throw. All right. This play works very, very consistently. I run it almost at least 2 times a game to kind of get my opponent upset about it, and I usually keep it my audibles to where if you look at it to where that if you get off coverage, go ahead and just sneak it in there, getting 3, 4, 5 yards on it, and it makes them at least have to honor that quick throw, the blitz beater, the whole 9 yards. Right. So that's the first way we're going to run the PA Power O. The second way we're going to run the PA Power O is we're going to go ahead and take the Y, put them on an in, okay? And we're going to do the same thing that we do. We're going to cut off the motion. We're going to cut off the play action. This time, we're going to wait a half a second and throw it to the X receiver. So watch this. So we're going to go cut it off, move a second. Actually, I got the timing off right there. That's the throw, but let me go ahead and make sure that you put the Y on the in, cut off the play action, and you're throwing it right there. So you're splitting the 2 linebackers. It is a quick throw. The Y and the ins should be able to right there. So after you beat him to the right with that quick throw, now you're going to beat him to the middle with the quick throw with just putting the Y on an in, right? Quick throw, and it's right there. Okay, so that's that one. Now After we've done that on the quick throws, we're going to wait a little bit longer for the next one. We're going to put the Y on a streak, we're going to put the B on a streak, the A on an in. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Now after we do this, we're going to get to the X receiver on the cross. We're going to let the full play action go, and then nobody's there around the X. Kind of let him a little bit too far to the sideline, which limited his ability to get any yards after catch. But that's the setup. A on an in, the Y and the B on streaks. You can go ahead and cut it off if you want. It's not going to make any difference to the play, and you're going to go there. Now, the more if you cut it off, the quicker they're going to react to it on the pass because they didn't see the play action. But it's just the way it works, and put the A on the in. But basically, if you let it go, let your guys settle. Now you're throwing it to the X, and you're getting that ability to go one-on-one with that guy. Okay, so that's how you do the PA Power O 3 different ways. Let's go ahead and run the the halfback counter, and then we'll show you the pass that comes off the counter. Alright, so, and you guys know that the pistol ace is symmetrical, so basically we can run these plays either way. Don't run the pass plays either way because the way the zones are, we're attacking most zones for the way they are stock rather than flipped, but they do work. It just they're not going to have as much separation. Right? So the halfback counter, we're just going to run it the way we normally run it, and what I usually do is follow this number 70, which is my right tackle here, his block. I always try to cut this inside that defensive end because I feel like I've got too much of an ability to get it blown up on the left side with my team. I don't know how your tight end and tackles are, but my ideal situation is move it in, move it out. Alright? We just got clotheslined. And be able to really look at your right tackle and try to follow his butt and see if he can get an extra yard or two for you on the block. Okay, so that's how I run the halfback counter. On this, I would obviously run it to the right because the strong safety is on the right-hand side. I mean, run it to the left because the strong safety is on the right-hand side. Numbers-wise, that's where you're going to get your most success. Now, if it's on the flip side, you can always flip it like this without anybody seeing it, which is the X and the right trigger, and nobody knows it because you're in a symmetrical state. So basically, again, let's run it one more time. Okay, that time the guy got held up. My tackle got held up, so he didn't get the block. But let's go ahead and show it to you one more time with success before we move it. Gone. And I'm not hitting the hole the way I want to, but you get the gist of how to run the counter like that and get it going from there. Okay, so off of the counter, we want to run two different plays. Okay, it's called PA counter waggle. We're going to run it two different ways, and the first way is a bomb. Okay, this is what's really nice about going ahead and using the counter for some success to the left hand side, because we're going to use the play action from the left hand side to throw a bomb over the top to your number X receiver. Okay, so the way we're going to run this is we're going to take this Y, put him on a streak, and we're going to go ahead and put the A on a curl. Okay, so that's your setup. Now what you want to do on this play, after the play action, you want to kind of roll back to the left hand side to let your running back help with blocking. You'll see that you get a lot more protection on this play because of the play action, the way it is on the counter. You guys are set up much better for you to roll back to the left and throw across your body to the right. I know it sounds kind of odd, but let me show it to you. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do this. After he does the full thing, you're going to the right. Okay, that time I didn't get the blocking because I was kind of watching and talking at the same time. But let me just run the play and you can see what I mean after I run the play here. Okay, so that's the setup. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Needed half a second more, but you'll see, hopefully I'll show it to you consecutively a couple more times to show you that it is a risk reward play, but the reward is definitely worth it. This is a great play to go against cover 3 drop when they only send 3 guys. And there's your bomb play. The guy gets wide open. Okay, let me go ahead and show it to you again. I do suggest you click on your guy and make sure you catch it by yourself for anybody who doesn't do that, because sometimes this guy does wig out on this play for some reason. Do this, go to the right hand side behind your tight end, See, I'm getting a little too greedy on my throw. I'm waiting just a half a second longer. But let's go ahead and show it to you a bunch of times here correctly. So fake that, move to the left. Now that you got your throw, and it's a little bit closer than I wanted, but you can see the gist. Let's go ahead and Y on there, A on a curl. Go ahead and fake it. Hold a second up. Again, that's not how I'm throwing it a little bit too early because I'm throwing it flat-footed, and that's not what you want to do. You want to throw it to where you got it. So let him go to his full motion. That's what I wasn't doing before. And there's the throw. Okay, so what I was doing before is cutting off the play action a little bit too closely. You wanted the full play action. So let's go ahead here and show it. So you do the full play action, let everybody go to the right, then you go back to the left. And you're throwing that ball to the right-hand side. So it's definitely a play that you got to make sure that they're not blitzing you, that you're picking at the right time. The guy does a lot of cover 3 drop. Let's go ahead and show it to you against cover 3 drop just to show you. It's one of those plays that I usually go against that type of user that likes to, let's go 4-6 cover 3 drop, that likes to try to put everybody in coverage and only rushes 3 people. So go ahead here. Now you got a full, oh, like I got through. Even with 3 we got through. Let's go ahead and try it again. Y on a streak, A on a thing. Go ahead and do this. Get your wall defenders. And you got your bomb. So the play works, and the route combination kills this coverage. It beats cover 3, cover 4, it beats cover 2. The only thing you got to do is make sure that you practice this to get enough time. Even when I practice, as you can see, it's not a bulletproof that you have enough time. Especially my line isn't the greatest, but it's definitely a nice option to be able to run this play over and over at the right time to be able to get your player to go deep. And it's off of a play action. It's off of see how I threw it flat-footed that time because of the. And you want to make sure that you don't rush this ball because you can get picked if you don't throw it with some oomph on it. You know, Matt Ryan's doesn't have the best arm in the world, but if I'm throwing it while I've set on my feet, I can throw this ball easily. But if I'm throwing it backing up, that's when you have that ability to get it picked. So this is the last time I'm going to show it to you. I just wanted to show it to you enough times to where you see that it is a consistent bomb touchdown throw if you get it down right. Okay, so that's what it is. Definitely cover 3 is the better cover 3 drop is the better defense to throw it against because they're only doing 3 guys, but it does work against a regular cover 3. You just need more protection, a better line, a better arm from your quarterback, more agile. There's a lot of different factors, but I can make it work with Matt Ryan. You can make it work with pretty much anybody, right? So let's go to the strong power. It's one of those plays that out of this, a lot of people run it. I'll just show it the way I like to run it. I like to keep it inside, and then once you get it inside, once you get that block, I try to cut it back to the outside. Is my ideal situation. You're running into coverage a lot of times this way. If you go to the, I like to run it to the left when I see this because I'm counting numbers, right? I'm looking here, and I'm seeing that on the it's got 3 linebackers, and they're pretty much centered between my 2 tight ends. I've got a free defender on the right-hand side. With that free defender on the right-hand side, even though I might have called it to the right, I'm going to flip it without them knowing. I'm going to go to the left-hand side, and I'm going to get a much bigger gain because my numbers are in my favor, right? So do the counting game, see where it is. Against most cover 3s, that strong safety is the one that drops in the box. You want to go ahead and flip it, see that it's open, go inside, then outside. Is going to be the better way of running it, and you're going to get a lot of success in that. If you see that it's to the right, don't do the mistake of saying, okay, I'm better than this guy, I'm going to make it work. You can make it work for like 5 yards, but you don't have that home run ability, depending on what you want to do. You can definitely run it there to keep them off balance on short yardage, but if you're looking to go the distance here, you want to go to the left-hand side. So, by just counting the numbers, right? So, next one we're going to call is the 0-1 trap. Again, very popular play. This is kind of a nice bang-bang play to get some yardage on short yardage. The way it's run, stock is to the left side. So look at this. I like to cut it, just leave it going to the left. I don't like to follow my guard. The guard goes from left to right. I like to keep it left. Now, there's a very good opportunity. If I'm going for just a few yards, that's all I'm doing. If I'm going for more yards, I'm going to cut this all the way to the left, behind that guy, and let my ability to get to the outside happen more. So if I'm looking at a 3rd and 1, I'm pounding it. I'm going right here. I'm going north and south. I'm not trying to allow any miss blocks. But if I'm running us on 1st down, I'm saying, you know what? I think I got the ability to get to the outside. I'm going this way. Oh, see, that's why if you go outside, you can get caught on it. That time you saw the linebacker was close, but if I go here, I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to get the outside, I'm going to get more yardage, and you can break it off a little bit more. But I don't recommend that on your short yardage. Just stay inside because you want to get your yardage there. Normally on short yardage, I'm not putting Antoine Smith in. I'm going to put in more like a Jacquizz Rodgers or Devontae Freeman for me because they're a little bit slower, but at the same time, got a little bit more lead in their stick. But on 1st down, I'm definitely going with this guy because I can get to the outside a lot quicker. So that's how I run the 0-1 trap. Now let's go ahead and just run play action that we run off of this, and then we'll throw a bunch of throws in and kind of finish up the video here. So the first play we're going to look at is the PA deep in. And we're running everything stock today, so let's go ahead and call it here. And the PA deep in, we're going to put the A on a fade. Alright, so that's what the A in the fade looks like. And then we're going to put this Y and on a drag. Now, with the play action, because it's a slow play action, it's going to allow the Y to get to the right side to the flat. And that strong safety should jump the flat, while the reason why you put the guy A on a fade is that you want him to take enough time to get to the right side of the field to where that cornerback jumps him and leaves the B receiver open. So let's go ahead and show it to you, and then I'll show an instant replay to show you why the combination works and why this specific combination works. So let the play action go all full, and then that guy is wide open right there. Okay, so let me show it one more time, and then we'll go ahead and show it in replay. So Y on a drag, A on a fade, and then way to go, Roddy. Way to make me look bad. Moves out of his stock. Alright, so basically Y on a street, A on a fade. Alright, so we'll go ahead, do this, let the Y go, throw it to the B, and you're looking right there at about 8 to 12 yards, depending on what it is. And let me show, like I said, on the instant replay. First off, this guy's doing about a 13-yard route. You need him to do that route in order to make this work. Now, this guy, like I said right here, he's going to jump the flat, because that's his primary coverage. That's what the drag does. And then this guy, the reason why we put him on a fade, not a streak, even though he got bumped to the inside, he is going to eventually take that guy's attention right here, because he's the deepest man in his third of the field as he's doing the fade. If he did a streak, he would not be. Because he's fading to his side, he gives him that ability to get this guy a huge lane to throw. And you can see we started this play at the 45, right? Yeah, the 45. So he's going to run and settle right there. You're looking at the 32. So that's a 13-yard, and see how that guy goes. You want to wait until he dips back, but he does have a tendency of moving up. So that's why I don't say it's a 13-yard play. It's more to 8 to 12, depending on where he catches it. So if you're looking for a 10-yard play, this is an iffy play. If you're looking for about an 8 to 9-yard play, this is a good safe play right there, right? So that's how you run that. All right. So that's the PA deep in. Next play we're going to look at is the corner post, and we're going to run this and show you how we run it, and then we're going to flip it and show that it works the same way flipped. Alright, so let's go corner post. This is one of my favorite type routes in the game, is the bench route. So we're going to put the A, put him on a zig, put the Y, put him on a zig. Put the two guys on a zigs is going to, and we're going to block the running back to get him out of the way. It's going to suck in those linebackers, and that's going to be able to get that A open, right? So they both go in, B goes across, and you're right in the middle of the field. Okay, so the both zigs will suck those linebackers in, and then they kind of go out like a fan. So Y zig, A zig. Now we're doing it flipped. Put the RB on a block because you want him to not be in your way of your throw. They get sucked in. Now you're throwing it right to the middle of the field. So it's a quick hitter. It's a 3rd and 7 play, very easily able to convert it, right? So next play we're going to do is the inside cross. We're going to run this 2 different ways. First way we're going to run it is without it being flipped. And what we're going to do is put the Y on an in, and that's going to free up your X receiver. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this on the post. Put him in, he gets sucked in. He's throwing it right there. He does get that animation if you throw it too early. If you time it right, he can catch it and move. But I don't mind that animation because you're going right into that guy on a big hit. So you want to make sure that is the free safety. You want to make sure that you guy has a little bit of ability to hold on to the ball. And if you throw it, that's the better throw. Okay, where he can catch it and kind of move up and protect himself. But that plays open on 3 different stages depending on how you time it. Now if we flip it, it's the same thing on the B side, but we have to do a different route in order to make it work. We have to put the Y on a slant. With the Y on a slant, instead of the in, opens up the post route here. So let him do this, the Y on a slant, that guy goes ahead, and now we're throwing it right there. That was a little bit of an early throw, but we'll go ahead and show it again. Y on a slant. Move it here. Oh, I didn't flip it. So let's see if we can have some fun with this play. Yep, getting sacked. Like, why is that guy doing an in pattern? Okay, flip it. Put the Y on a slant. And what we're going to do is have that guy here. Now we're throwing that ball flat right in the middle. So you can go both sides with this play depending on how you want to do it, but it's a different hot route for each one. And the last play we're going to go and end on is the wide receiver screen. Again, you want to throw this. I throw this as is, really just to make sure that they are honoring it. Definitely picked the wrong play here, so let's get out of this. You want to throw it in there just because it's a play in which if they have to think about it, then it's a headache. So let's go ahead, just run it the way it's thrown. You know, it works that way. When there's no motion, no nothing. When it's symmetrical, you're running basically 2-on-2. You know, if you flip it and you run it this way, you don't have to deal with that one strong safety, right? So now, but the way I see here is the linebacker is the one that goes over. Rather than the strong safety, because on cover 3, the left linebacker is going to get the left flat, the right strong safety is going the right flat. He has a different path to the ball on the left-hand side. So if you see a stack or you see it like that, it's going to be harder to throw it to left because if you look at that left guy, he has to get that block. Once he gets that block, you can go ahead and get up the field. If he doesn't get that block, it's going to be harder. So you want to wait a little bit longer on the left-hand side. So watch this again. See that left linebacker, he's the one that's going. You want to wait until he gets blocked. Now you get up there, you have more success. Where if you throw it too quickly and that guy doesn't get blocked, he's going to blow it up. So you're waiting for him to get blocksy. Now you're going up the field. So you want to know who wants to get blocked before you throw the ball. Now on the opposite side, the right side, it's that one strong safety that you're looking to get blocked. Once he gets a hand on him, you can go ahead and throw the ball. So that's kind of the timing of it and who you want to get blocked so that they don't mess them up. But that's how I run the screens. Alright guys, that's the part 4 of the Pistol Ace formation of the Denver Broncos playbook. I appreciate you watching.